Good morning and welcome. This is Development Stories on Osrc Television. I am Oyewumi Ayinigbera. Normalcy is gradually returning to the banking system across Accra, Ondo State capital due to improvement in cash availability in commercial banks. Omoniola Ongwiji reports that most of the commercial banks visited are dispensing cash through ATM and banking halls.
Now we are relieved because we can withdraw money. You can see me now buying something. I use the money to buy whatever I want to buy.
From now to yesterday, we see things is moving small, fine. We are praying that God will still put more better.
These are the testimonies from average Nigerians who have experienced over 2 months of hardship arising from the Central Bank of Nigeria new Naira redesign policy.
It is quite clear that the crowd is going down, but we are still experiencing some difficulties in some banks. As I'm coming from some bank now, I'm unable to enter the bank, but those who are using ATM have access to a little cash. So it is getting reduced gradually.
There is money in circulation, there is money in ATM, even inside it, on the counter. People are trooping in, they are collecting money, they are free, and everything is in order.
Coming up from the bank, I don't even spend up to 30 minutes there, and there's no queue. Even consider the ATM machine there, people are not there, people are using their card, people are withdrawing from the counter, and there's not a lot of stress.
A non-Nigerian, Mr. George Oladoyinbo, who expressed displeasure some weeks back over his inability to access cash, was cited beaming with smiles.
He was complaining bitterly that he was unable to get the cash he put in for. Baba, how much have you collected today now?
Well, just 20,000.
Like last week when they were unable to get.
They asked me to take 2,000. Well, I said, what do I want to do with 2,000?
Some of the commercial banks usually filled with customers were almost empty, while the few customers filed into the banking halls in a row. Automated teller machines, ATMs, were also dispensing without the usual crowd seen for some months now, as it took me less than 5 minutes to get the needed cash. Our interaction with the POS operator revealed that the cash crisis is gradually becoming a thing of the past.
For 1,000 to 10,000 now, I'm charging just only 100 naira. So then from 11,000 upward, I'm charging 200 naira.
An economic expert, Lawrence Adubiaru, lauded the cashless policy, saying if truly embraced, will further boost the nation's economy.
A peculiar situation need a peculiar solution. So I believe that within a couple of days, things will normalize. The only problem which I see is that when you know that you are not prepared, why are you changing the color of the
At the weekend, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, confirmed the evacuation of banknotes from its vaults to commercial banks across the country to further ease the circulation of banknotes of various denominations, with a directive that all commercial banks open for operation on Saturdays and Sundays. Omoniola Ongwiji, Osrc News.
A high court in Makurdi, Benue State, has issued an interim injunction restraining Iyorchia Ayu from parading himself as the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party. The presiding judge, Justice Ekwoche, gave the interim order in the suits filed by Techide Utan with Ayu and the PDP as defendant. The national chairman was suspended after a vote of no confidence was passed by 12 of the 17 executive of his wards. Meanwhile, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has fixed Saturday, April 15 for governorship, national and state assembly supplementary elections. The commission said it took the decision barely 1 week after the governorship elections of Kebbi and Adamawa states were declared inconclusive. Last Monday, the election in Kebbi was declared inconclusive due to breaches of electoral laws leading to cancellation of results in polling units within 20 of the state's 21 local government areas. In the meantime, the Nigerian Police Force has promised to collaborate effectively with the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, for a transparent prosecution of electoral offenders. Over 700 offenders have been arrested by men of the police for violation of electoral laws during the 2023 general elections, which were recently held in Nigeria. During the presidential election in the country, 203 persons were arrested and 578 others were apprehended during the governorship and state assembly polls, making a total of 781. Police spokesman Olumuyiwa Adejobi said the police are ready to work hand in hand with INEC so as to achieve a transparent prosecution of electoral offenders. Adejobi said the Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, met with the strategic police managers to evaluate police performance during the 2023 general elections, highlight lessons and strength, and dissect complex dynamics for consequent optimal performance. In Lagos State, the state government has reiterated that the ban on commercial motorcycles in 10 local government areas and 15 local council development areas in the metropolis still persists. Special advisor to the governor on transportation, Shola Giwa, made a statement while on a tour of some restricted areas within the state where some motorcycle operators had resumed operations. He implored the general public to comply as both the riders and passengers are both liable to 3 years in prison if apprehended and prosecuted with their motorcycles impounded and crushed in the public view. Giwa said there is no going back on the clampdown of motorcycles in order to consolidate on the achievement made so far in a decrease in accident and crime rates as well as a return of sanity to the communities within the state. Nigeria will tackle diphtheria with 150,000 euros gift from the European Union. According to a delegation of the European Union to Nigeria and the Economic Community of West African States, the humanitarian fund will be used to assist the most affected communities in Kano, Katsina, Lagos, and Osun states. The European Union body said the allocation was in response to the significant increase in diphtheria cases recorded since the beginning of 2023 in Nigeria. It added that the funding will enable the Nigerian Red Cross to provide emergency assistance to reduce the impact of diphtheria on affected and at-risk communities through risk communication, outbreak control activities, surveillance, and early case detection in affected areas. And that's the development stories at this time on Osrc Television. To join us at 12 for World News. Good morning.